Boom! Coming in hot, Chichi. What's going on, brother?
Dude, Casey just dropped a bomb on me right before, like, seconds. We did this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown on the machine we record on. At 2, he says, "What? What did you just say to me?"
I'm hosting Pearl Jam radio coming up here soon. I'm recording it in about an hour, but yeah, because
No, they're playing the concert that you went to. Are they not with your boy? I'm serious.
Oh, they might be. But what I'm doing is I'm recording. There's a documentary coming out Thursday night at the Tribeca Film Festival.
Okay.
That Ed did last year when we were in Seattle. We had this incredible event, and they did a huge documentary on it. It debuts Thursday night in New York. It's called Matter of Time. Matter of Time before we cure EB. Matter of Time, and so it's just awesome. And so I'm hosting Pearl Jam Radio. We're going to talk about Matter of Time. We're going to talk about the songs on the documentary, which are incredible songs.
That is
just the impact that Ed and Jill and Michael Hund and everybody's having with EBRP, and just trying to figure out how to cure that terrible disease.
Terrible disease. Yes. Well,
so that's pretty cool.
That's more than pretty cool, dude. You just dropped that on me. I was like,
yeah,
what?
I'm going to drop this on you real quick. If you go to ebresearch.org, maybe you can put that in there, Chinch.
I will.
ebresearch.org. Check it out. But one of the greatest causes you could give to is to this cause. Is to help. It's a rare skin disorder. Chinch. You touch your skin, boom, your skin falls off, never comes back.
It's terrible. You emceed an event for
the event I emceed last year. Ed did a concert the next 2 days. That concert is the documentary for Thursday night. That's called Matter of Time. They highlight they highlight a lot of the kids and their families and just what they're doing. But dude, closing in on trying to figure out how to cure this disease. If they cure this disease, a lot of it with genetic testing and stuff, we will then be able to cure like thousands of other rare diseases, dude, that just don't get the attention because there's so many of them, so it's phenomenal and it's a great cause. I'm just so grateful to be a part of it, dude. And like I said, ebresearch.org, man, if you want to donate to a great cause, donate there. Your money will be well spent to try and help figure out and get a cure for this terrible disease that will be done here soon.
Great. Good for you, man. You did great work, dude. I appreciate it. Let's keep the positive vibes rolling. Dude, there was the catch last night by Denzel Clarke it's in the conversation top 5 catches ever, I think.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Oh, no doubt about it. I totally agree with that. I mean, dude, when you go look at that, Jake and I were talking about being an athlete. Like you would never say, "Hey, get to the wall, touch it," and then no, dude. The ball's 5 feet over the wall. Go get it. Whatever your body does, like, just shows how good of an athlete Denzel Clarke. Hey, dude, if you're in center field, you're one of the top 2 athletes out on that field. Period.
Yep.
So a guy like Denzel Clarke goes to get that ball, man. It was just like climb the wall, over the wall, snatch it back. It was incredible, man. And Dallas Braden did a great call in that too. I don't know if you heard his call. Dallas Braden's such a good dude. It was such a great call.
Yeah.
But man, he pulls that back. It reminded me of, and there's been some great catches, over the years. There's so many big ones, but it reminded me of the Gary Matthews Jr., Sarge Jr. when he made that play in Texas. I mean, he was just like spinning around somehow, backwards, pulls it back.
Yeah. Matthews looked like the Statue of Liberty dunk in like the dunk contest.
Exactly.
This is up there, dude. I mean, good.
Dude, this is up there, dude. This is up there as one of the greatest catches of all time, which is really cool. When you're talking about greatest catches of all time, 150 years. I mean, that's one of them, dude. He almost went over. He was going so far. He almost went over and then snatched it back. And that thing was way over the fence.
Yes. And Torrey Hunter, who is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, home run robber of all time, quote, said this last night in a tweet. "This has to be one of the best catches I've ever seen, and I've seen my share of home run robberies," which, yes, you have, Torrey. There's so many from him.
I mean, he's made them.
Yeah. How about, let's see, what else we got? How about the Griffey at his first time at Yankee Stadium? Way over the wall.
That was incredible. What about Griffey? Griff's got a lot. What about Griff when he robbed Luis Gonzalez in Detroit?
Yes.
That was incredible, too. What about Jim Edmonds when he was with the Angels? full-fledged diving that way. Didn't even see the ball. He's just so legit. Jim Edmonds is one of the greatest I've ever seen, dude. I remember one time, dude, I was playing first. I made a diving play down the line. Edmonds hits me a bullet. I make a diving play, get up, bang, bang, out. You know what I mean? And as I'm through the ball around, and Edmonds is walking back to the dugout. He said, "Hey, Case, make sure no one hits any balls out the center tonight. Nothing's falling."
Whoa, that's
I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. Next inning, Jason LaRue covers one in the gap, dive and play, and he kind of kept looking at me, saying, "Hey, did you tell your boys?" I'm like, "Well, obviously, nothing's falling. Jim Edmonds is pissed off about that dive and play, and nothing's going to be falling." So Edmonds was one of the best ever. I still think Jim Edmonds is a Hall of Famer. Go back and look at the numbers. Do the math.
Dude.
Look at the numbers. And arguably one of the greatest center fielders of all time. Probably top 5. You know what I mean? Tinch. And numbers. And T. Hunt's numbers are incredible too. Dude, what about remember the Dwayne Wise catch? When in the ninth, perfect game. In like with one out in the ninth, he pulled that one back, but like full-fledged on the run, pulls it back and preserved history.
Yes.
There's not that many perfect games, or 27 or something like that. But he preserved history with out in the ninth.
That's an all-timer. And the Hawk Harrison, look at the catch by Wise. Great
Exactly.
Stuff. Yeah. I mean, you got to put, obviously, it starts and ends with Willie Mays, but back in the day, the fact that the Willie Mays catch is on video is just as amazing as the catch itself, because think about when that was.
Yeah.
And
right.
that's an all-timer.
And that's why it was such a big deal, because I think it was on video. It was in the World Series. You know what I mean? Like you look now, some of these catches are better.
And also, like, center field in those ballparks were like 950 feet to the center. Like, so like the ground they have to cover, those guys had to cover like him and like DiMaggio.
They just kept running.
Those guys were playing in it was basically like just a park with no fences. Anyway,
so true.
What else?
What about? Remember when Trout robbed J.J. Hardy in Baltimore?
Dude,
full-fledged run on the run. And that was like 2012, where like, oh, Trout's one of the best players there. Look at it. Look at his.
Dude, that was the open to our MLB Tonight Open when it cut him and it, we put it in a Hollywood sign.
That was incredible.
Shout out to Chris Mallard, the graphics guy there.
You know what? One last one. Remember when Kevin Mitchell went into the corner and he overran the ball and barehanded?
That was amazing because we had never seen that, right?
Right. And still,
every kid for the next 2 years, you would have your friends throw it to you, and you'd have to try to run out and try to do the catch.
But the point is, you have your friends throw it to you.
Yeah, you don't have a screaming line drive at 120 miles per hour.
Right. Hey, oh, I got it, dude. But dude, Kevin Mitchell was like a gangster, dude. From
Yeah, he was a scary guy.
He was scary. Like I'm like, if anyone could barehand a ball on the run, it's Kevin Mitchell.
Yeah, dude. Remember when he had his coming out party with San Fran and he was hitting all those bombs, and all you wanted to do was get his rookie card. Yes. All you wanted to go back and be like, because people forgot that he was on the 86
Mets. I know.
6 Mets. He won a championship with the Mets.
I know.
And those guys, knowing some of the old school Mets that I do, like Strawberry and them, nobody messed with Kevin Mitchell. Like nobody.
Dude. Mitchell played for the Reds a little bit too. And whenever we were out in San Diego, he came out to say hi to everybody. Mitch is a great guy. And he was like, Case, you need to use a 40-ounce bat. That's what I did for batting practice. Use a 40-ounce bat. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, look at you and look at me. You're catching balls barehanded. You're an absolute savage. 40-ounce bat. And as a matter of fact, I did use a little heavier bat during BP to kind of so it worked. That's my Kevin Mitchell story. He's like, you got to use a 40-ounce bat for batting practice.
That's insane, dude. All right, wait, are we missing?
What about the Andy Chavez catch? Sorry, one more. That's the last one I'm going to say. Andy Chavez. And had they won that, I was really locked into that game just because that was the 06 World Series. We were trying to see who we were going to play. It was Game 7. Right. When Andy pulled that back, I was like, oh, the Mets are definitely going to win, and they didn't win that game. But that catch is still one of the greatest of all time.
It is one of the greatest of all time. He was way up above. Like what? All right, last point on this. What makes the great catches great? I guess it's a degree of difficulty, something you've never seen or very rarely have seen before. And I guess the moment of the game does count because we've started naming things that were from big moments.
Go watch the Dwayne Wise. I think when you look at that Clarke one, it's like a full-fledged running. He didn't really time it up. He wasn't there. He had to kind of run to go get it. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like those are the best ones. I think Trout did that with Hardy.
Yes.
Oh, dude, what about the Adam Jones catch on Machado in the WBC?
WBC, great post.
Yes.
Yes, we need that one on there. I'm going to put another one on there that the degree of difficulty wasn't nearly like the ones we're talking about, but the event and the person who did it was Bo Jackson made the catch and walked.
And ran on the wall.
It wasn't the catch. It was Bo Jackson doing it, and it looked like he defied gravity, like Michael Jordan with the foul line dunk. Nobody, like, it's like there's certain things, like there's also a pizzazz to it, like with the ease that they make do it. I go back, Jordan's foul line dunk. Multiple guys have done foul line dunks before, but none of them look like that. Like, not many guys look like how
floating
Griffey would catch the ball, or Willie, or even Edmonds, like extension. There's just something. When they make it look like you can go in your backyard and do it, I think that goes into the thought process.
Yeah. Also, too, when you say with ease, I think a Griffey swing, too. You're like, God, it looks so easy. And then you get in there like, God, how come I can't do that?
Yeah, there you go. So the other thing is a lot of these guys, some guys are not Hall of Famers, some are. A guy came up last night who everybody's talking about is going, like, talk about Griffey. Roman Anthony came up for the Red Sox last night. And, dude, I've never seen, like, think about when you got drafted. Like, what were you in a car by yourself with like a AM?
I was in my dude. Are you kidding me? I was when I got drafted or called up. When I got drafted, I was in my kitchen. Like, hello. Cord on the phone. Yeah, hang on a second. I got my mom wants to say something. What's up, Mom?
Yeah, dude. There was a camera crew, or there was video at least of him getting in his car, going to leave, and then he comes out at Fenway, and it was like paparazzi. It was like a Taylor Swift concert when he got out of the car. Like, that's just a different world these kids have come into than when you guys played.
You know what's funny though, Chinch, too? I was thinking about this. Oh, I don't know if I could live in that age, too. These are normalized. Mm-hmm. You know, this generation of kids, like, oh, your camera's in your face. Oh yeah, cameras have been in my face since I was 2.
Oh my God, my niece doesn't know anything. Whatever my niece does, there's a video. Somebody's got a phone.
Yeah, it's so normal. Like you and me, like, hey, turn your video off. No cameras. Now they're like, yeah, go ahead. What do you want me to say? Let me get a viral clip. I'm not, obviously not saying Roman Anthony saying it, but I'm saying, I don't know if that was that abnormal nowadays. You know what I mean? But dude, the ovation he got was incredible. This kid's an absolute stud. He's #1 prospect in baseball. They've been wanting him to come up for a while. The offense has been, hit or miss for a couple weeks here. Like, why is Roman Anthony not getting called up? Well, they had to figure out a way to kind of get him in the lineup. I think that's the biggest thing. But, this guy's going to be a stud, man. He had a tough night his first night, made an error and right, cost a couple runs. But, dude, it's the way, baseball goes at times. I'm sure he was a little nervous, all that stuff, and first ground ball to right, all that. But this kid's going to be a star.
It was an ugly night too. Like, those nights where it's like almost not raining, but like if you were wearing glasses, you would have to unfog them. It looked like a really ugly night, but like he got a lot out of the way. He got his first at bat. He got his first walk. He got his first RBI with the ground out. Yep. And he had his first error.
Right, perfect.
Which honestly, get the error out of your way. It's like your fender bender when your kid gets a car. It's like, okay, now you're okay now. Like, concentrate more. Like, it's kind of the same concept, isn't it?
Concentrate more. All right, kid. Well, or when you have an accident in your driveway. When my Jake a couple years ago, bro, backs up. I got this stone wall. He backs up and crushes the car, and the stone wall falls. And they're like 90-pound cinder blocks. Jake comes inside. He's like, minor accident outside. I banged into the wall. It's no big deal though. I come back like, what? Back of the freaking fender's off. There's a dent in the car, like the car's dented in, and my wall's down. So I'm like, "What are we doing?" That's a big deal. That's not nothing. What were you doing? Were you not looking in the back? Do you not have a rear view mirror that we never had? Like, what? So, dude, 2 years later, fast forward, all of a sudden, I come home one day, boom, the wall's down again. Like, what are we doing? My daughter Carly, boom, she blows up the wall. 2 accidents in what are we doing?
Dude, when I first got my license, my mom had the original Mitsubishi Montero. It was this big white truck. It looked like a toaster with 4 wheels. It was like, and it had a roll bar thing inside. Like it would, like, people were like, don't drive around turns, it's gonna flip. Remember that? time.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'll never forget. I got these things, and I tied my surfboard to the roof. That's like a cool thing on Long Island. I got my surfboard. I can surf, and you just drive up to like people like, look, I'm a surfer, whatever. I'm coming home from being out with my friends. I'm all excited, and I go to pull the car into the garage. Surfboard pierces straight through the top, like above the garage.
Oh, it just wrecks it.
I backed it out, and
You back it out and you hear that.
no, but like, my dad was at work. It was like summertime. Like my mom wasn't in the house. She didn't hear it. Like, and I go and it's just didn't tell him, dude. My dad comes home the second he came close to the driveway. I don't think he put the car in park when he came in and just grabbed me. He's like, "What did you do to my house?" This huge hole.
You're like, I didn't do it. The surfboard did.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, good stuff there. Okay, another thing that came out today, which is pretty fun, is the MLB Cy Young voting in both leagues. This is the early voting so far. American League, you got Scooble 1, 37 first place votes. You got Max Fried 2, he got 2 first place votes, and you got Garrett Crochet of the Red Sox 3rd. Your take on the AL first.
Well, what's interesting about that, Chinch, is you have 3 power-throwing lefties. Scooble throws 100, Crochet throws 100. Fried doesn't throw 100, but he's still, can get it up there mid-90s. Dude, 3 of the best pitchers in the game are left-handed, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Really cool. And those guys have, talk about consistency. They're doing it every single night. It's 3 impressive guys right there. Love that list.
There you go. Okay, the NL lead, we have a new first place guy right now, a guy who does not have very many wins whatsoever. He's in his last 7 starts, he only has 1 win. But why is he in first? Because it's Paul Skeens. Okay, he is leading qualified NL starters with a WHIP .84, batting average against .173. And his ERA is 1.88 total. Trails only Senga, who's got a 1.59, who should be in this conversation. But number 2 in the NL right now is Zach Wheeler. Number 3 is Yamamoto.
Yeah, why is Senga not in there?
That's a good question.
That's interesting.
He didn't even get into the top 5 of votes. 5 is Mackenzie Gore in the NL, and 4 is Logan Webb right now.
Well, clearly in this group, Skeens is the best. I mean, this guy looks like This guy looks like he's been pitching for 20 years up here. Seriously. Dude, his confidence, when he's punching tickets, you ever see him walk off the mound and punch a ticket? It's like, give me the ball back. Get that ball. Don't even throw it around. Throw it to me. Like, I'm about to just dominate somebody again. He's electric in the zone. He attacks the strike zone, attacks with the fastball, has like 6 pitches. I mean, he's a real problem. He's a real problem for hitters.
I want to get back into this organic Senga debate that we haven't talked about. Why is he not in the top 5?
Yeah, and has he made all his starts? I think he has.
He's 12 starts. I mean, that's got to be almost all of them. He's 6-3 with a 1.59 ERA. I get,
and the Mets are the best team in baseball, and he's a big reason.
And his WHIP is 1.18. What else we got? 65 strikeouts in 68 innings. Was that not sexy enough?
Great.
Is that the problem? Because he's not striking out over 1 a game in this league. Opponent.
What's his ERA? 1.54.
5.9. That's tops.
Dude, Senga's got to be in this conversation. I almost say he's 2. What's Wheeler's numbers? Do you have those?
Let's do that.
Like I feel like Wheeler, he's so consistent, but I don't think he has a 1.59 ERA.
No, I think he's probably got a lot more power numbers. Let's see. Wheeler he's 6-2. He's got a 2.85 ERA.
2.85?
Yeah, he's thrown 8.
Dude, he's got a 1.3 more runs given up than Senga.
Here, let's see if I'm right here with the strikeouts and the strikeouts per 9, if that's being excited. He's got
Who cares?
I agree. He's got 101 strikeouts in 82 innings pitched, so that's more attractive.
But dude, that's like somebody hitting 20 homers and somebody hitting 10. But the guy that hits 10 hits it's O'Neal Cruz. He hits 10, and he hits them 118 miles an hour exit velo. But then you got freaking, you got Corbin Carroll hitting them 101, but he's got 25 bombs. Who do you want? You want Corbin Carroll with 25 bombs? Or do you want, O'Neal Cruz hitting 10 with a 120 exit velo? Who cares? If it goes over the fence, it's a point or 2 or 3.
Let's get Senga on this list.
Yeah. Kodai Senga.
Kodai Senga. All right, we've said it all. Good job.
All right. Great, dude.
All right, so all right. Chime in at home. I'm gonna do a little clip. Chime in with your greatest catch ever,
Yes.
and
send a video if you have, like, maybe it's in high school. We don't know.
yeah,
You have some. Send a video.
Oh, there's one guy we forgot to mention. The college kid last year.
Oh yeah, the kid from Clemson.
Yes.
Dude, that was one, and we did a video on that.
Mm-hmm.
It was the best catch of all time. We got to throw that in there if we do a video, Chinch.
All right, you got it. All right.
All right, cool. Awesome, man. Have a great rest of your day, Chinchy. I'm about to jump on Pearl Jam radio right now. Real nice.
After it.
Dominate. And everyone out there, appreciate you listening. We really appreciate your support. And subscribe and download if you can. Chinchy, my man, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow, bro.
See ya.